Just going over some old designs. Here is one of my primary designs, and I call it primary because of the objectives that you can get. As you can see, there is a square. We could have started by a square. Separated by one space, we can separate it by no spaces. We have to see all possibilities. So in this design, I created two, what they look like clams, separated by two spaces. I could have put two more clams over here. I did not. I'm either going in this direction or I'm going in this direction. I am not going in both. Extended to the hexagon clams, okay, is the, if you can see this, there's no point because there's no possible way to get a point because of the separation. But on this side, if you take a look, okay, we have the pentagram, 2 by 2 by 1, 2, 3. Do you see that? Separated by 2 by 2 by 2, 2, 2. And then in order to find the point of the 2, we need to go up 1, 2, 3 because we angled out by 2. If I would have angled out by 1, okay, if I would have angled out by 1, I would have to go up by 2. So if I open up by 2, I angle up by 1, I must go up by 2. In this next situation, if I open up by 2 and angle by 2, I must go up by 3. I don't know what the whole reality means, but now we have a fine line over here. And it shows a minus sign. I don't know if you can see it, but there's only one straight line that goes through. And this becomes the minus sign. So I'm not sure if we're going to use it that way or not. We have the complete connection of the minus sign connecting the eyes. Then we have the completion. So we have a one opening by 1 by 1 by 1. And then what I do is I do by 2. 1 by 2 by 2 by 1 by 2. So now we have the hexagon here open by 3. But in all reality, it's not here anymore. We've now moved one level. Now we are over here. 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. So when we're going 1, 3, this is what they say is male. When you go by 2, they call it female. And the reason for that is because of the 12 Bat Mitzvah and the 13 Bar Mitzvah. I don't know what they're going to do yet if I added one to the next. Can I possibly put this one here? Yes, I can. I can put it where? I can put it right here. I went by 2. I went by 1. I went by 1. But I cannot bring it together any other way than by creating a 2 spot. See over here when I created this? Oh, sorry, this is the pentagram I drew on it. Instead of drawing the 1, 1, 1, instead of drawing the, right, that's right. I did it over here by 2, and then I'm going to show you that I'm going to do it here by 2. So the female puts a head onto the male, whether I use the pentagram or whether I use the hexagon. So it's what we can do. And the leftover space is the same leftover space over here. See, I cannot go up like this because leftover space creates an X. So anytime you have an X, it's explaining to you that there was an empty space because I cannot connect. Either I'm going to put a flat out here, as I did over here, but I cannot crisscross. I'm not sure which way I should have went with that. I just wanted to show you that if there was a continuation to an X, this is the reason why, because of the separation. So now to enclose this, I have created now the 1 by 1 by 1 inside of this. When I create the 1 by 1 by 1, I automatically get a separation of 3. And if you notice, this is the I'm not sure which way you want to look at it. I want to look at it 8, but this is the obligation of the design. There are other obligations of other designs. I think I overwent this a little too far. Is when we create the heart. Most people create the heart like this. But the big question is what is this and this? Should they be creating the opening space? Whoop. The word foot, whoop, hold on a second. The word foot has a 56 count. The word ball has a 27 count. The word feet has a 36 count. Now understand that when we're talking all these, it's either 1 foot or 2 feet. I took away 20. There's 20 less. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to understand what the numbers say. Not only that, inside the word foot, it's all black letters. The word ball is 27, but it's 26 and 1 because the BLL are all black and the A is red. In feet, the T and the F for 26 and the EE for 10. EE is red. Baseball. Baseball has 9 innings and they play in the diamond. Whoop. There is no clock in the diamond, right? There are clocks. There's tons of clocks. How long for a pitcher to throw a ball, right? Diamond is 60. If I take away, I always look at this word as being the day of the world. Here's something else I wanted to work on. Where 77, okay, hold on a second, not 77. Where do we get 77? 28 and 49. So 28 is the cycle, 28 is man, and 49 is 8. It's also green. We get 49. So when I add them up, I get 77. But if I had 8s, I'd have 96. Anyways, this is what I want to talk about anyway. So what happens here is next. When we go up with this, 77 plus 19 is 96. When we go down with it, it's 58. In this one, it becomes 6 and 9, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 5 and 8 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. Perfect. 1.5 is the answer. There's one life and half of another life. Or one life, your mind on this planet, and your receptor mind, the other half. So you're 1.5. What happens to the 77 is 7 and 7 become 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. 1 and 9 equals to 10. This becomes 24. And because there's a 0, it will change all the way up to number 37. 24 add 6 becomes 30. Add 6, sorry, it becomes 36. 1 and 4 is 5. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 and 1, Mars, becomes 6. I like to use 12 inches to a ruler. And I don't have it in this equation, but I like to use 16 ounces to a pound. 28 grams to an ounce. Baseball, 9 innings. Football, 4 quarters, 15 minutes. 4 by 15 is 60. 4, 1 and 5 is 6, 24. The difference is 36. I also want to find out, I need to know all the opposites. By understanding the opposites, it's going to help me to separate and give more value to a word. As well, write 18 and 9, 27, and it comes, R and I comes from number 36. 3 times 6, 18R. 3 plus 6, 9I. G is red, H is black, T is black. We have 28. Remember, it's TH, but this one is backwards. 28 and 18, 27 and 7, 34 red, and 28 black. And this is where the queen comes in, as well as the dog. This is 62, as well as God comes in. We're going to go with left, which is red, red, black, black. FT is black, so that's 26. Whoop, that's wrong. Equals to 43, DC, hot, cold. Correct, rectify. Then we're going to get into splicing images together. Splicing images together. We've already did this in one of my last videos. We have 2 in between 4 and 6, below 8, 2 between 4 and 6, and 8. This is where the cycle comes in. Zion, Israel, DC. This is between 6 and 4. The 1.5, this is where the cycle comes in, reverse cycle. And here's between 8 and 2, TH level, time heaven. In this design, in all these designs, I create the mini design right over here, the mini. Then I create it one size larger. We're looking at all the sizes and overlapping and building on each other to give us a little bit of structure. How about the levels that we're going to count up? Levels we're going to count up. In this design, I'm just doing something really basic. This is why I did the video. And it's my obligations going around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 by 4. 0 value is a value of 64. And this gives me an answer to many things. 24 and 10. It gives me a value of 34. It gives me a value of 6 and 1. And this is the reverse of my dice. And that's one of the reasons I want to work on this. So it gave me 34, 6, 34, 7, 6 and 1, 7. And the funny thing about this is the word 6 equals to 52. The word 1 equals to 34. And it's all 7s. So now I'd like to know what the angle is. These aren't obligation angles. These are all obligations from design. And if you notice, it's almost like taking a strand of paper. So let me rip up one little strand. It's almost like taking a strand of paper and doing this to it. That's what's happening right over here. See that? That's exactly what's happening. So it's fold over. What is on the, here's the bottom, but now you're running it on the top. Or does it run from here and goes underneath? And when you fold this one over the other way, the underneath then comes back on top. So this is, now I'm trying to figure out, now don't look at the 808. Should I be making another one of these in the center? How big is this? How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is 8. Why did I do 8? I did 6 by 4 and 6 by 4, and it ended up to be, yes, because 4 and 4 creates 8. So my 6, 8, this is what they call the house. So to create this smaller, I would have to do exactly that. I'm not really sure which direction I'm going with this right now, but everything is based on obligations. We came to this planet, born on this planet. We are living on this planet, but we're not completely from this planet. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. To know